I'm just uncertain. Isn't that the status of our interpersonal relationships so many times? Whether we're talking about a friendship relationship or a work relationship. We're uncertain of where we stand in the relationship, uncertain of the familiarity or the formalness of the relationship, and uncertain of how to figure the relationship out. All of this uncertainty impacts our interpersonal communication. In this video, we will briefly explore 7 relationship theories. My goal is that if you know more about the theories of how relationships work, you will be able to reduce your uncertainty in all of your relationships. To cover 7 theories, we'll have to go quick. So here we go. Let's explore the hows and whys of why relationships develop. Relationship theory number 1, the attraction theory. This theory suggests that relationships develop because of some real basic reasons. For instance, we're generally attracted to people who are similar to us in a variety of ways. Just think about the energy that you could spend sorting things out, arguing about things if you're not similar. We only have so much energy to spend. And so we generally like people that we are around and that we find reinforce our conversations and actions. We develop and grow relationships because we're attracted to the person and you're fairly certain they are attracted to you. Relationship theory number 2, the relationship rules theory. Do you ever notice that your relationships, romantic, friendship, or work, operate on rules? Now, in a technical sense, we might call them rules or norms. But in our everyday language, we would say that we like predictability. We get into relationships and stay in relationships where we understand what's expected of us and we can pretty well know what to expect from the other person. It may not always be exactly to our liking, but we're willing to stay in the relationship until the rules are broken. Relationships are built on the expected, according to this theory, and when that goes away, so does the depth of the relationship, or possibly the relationship itself goes away. Relationship theory number 3, the relational dialectical theory. I like this theory because it goes a little deeper and says that while we expect and like certain things in a relationship, we balance that with the desire for the opposite. For example, we like closeness, and the opposite of that is autonomy. If we feel too close or if we feel smothered, the desire for autonomy increases. We're constantly balancing or seeking to find balances like this in our relationships. We want to be with someone, but we also balance this with our desire to be someone. Relationships can be complicated. Relationship theory number 4, the social penetration theory. This theory describes the relationship that you might be in terms of how deep and how broad the relationship is. Think about it. With some people you've developed a relationship with, you gradually come to the point where you can share your deepest thoughts. Other people, we know that we don't share deep thoughts, but we might be able to talk with them about a wide range of topics. The opposite is also true in each of these examples. Therefore, relationships can be described by how far they penetrate and how far they don't penetrate. Relationship theory number 5, the social exchange theory. This theory says that relationships can be viewed from the perspective of what you're getting out of the relationship. Has this ever happened? You have done things together with someone, talked about things, and really opened up to each other. And then you notice something has changed. The other person is really no longer sharing. They're sort of closing themselves off to you. And all of a sudden you realize the relationship is one-sided. The social exchange theory says that if you're not receiving as much as you invest in a relationship, that relationship will soon fade. Relationship theory number 6, the equity theory. This continues the social exchange theory by saying that most people want equality in their relationships. This is often seen in a negative way with household chores or work chores. We like it when each party carries their own weight. Relationship theory number 7, the politeness theory. What is politeness, and to whom are we polite? Politeness might be described as those respectful, considerate, and positive comments and actions that we exhibit. But are we as polite and even more polite to the people we are in relationships with? Someone observed one time that we ought to be the most polite, courteous, and loving toward the people we say we love and care about. How many times is the opposite actually true? The point of all this discussion of relationship theories is that whether you're talking about stages of relationships, theories, or relationship communication, these things don't just happen. They can be explained, and by understanding them better, we can make better choices. And better choices reduce uncertainty. Whether we're talking about your work relationships or relationships with your friends. See you in the next video.